Hello, and welcome to the first Chinese food adventure of 2024. I hope you've all had a wonderful New Year period. I know I did myself. I spent about 3 weeks with my parents and my sister in Poland. It was amazing, my first time ever going there, and I'm half Polish. I felt like a really strong connection to Polish food. I mean, I grew up with my grandma cooking Polish food for me, and going to Poland, I really felt this connection with my heritage. I didn't make any content while I was there. I just wanted to relax, and I'm glad I did that. I was just really present and chill, and but definitely in the future I will be going back to Poland and making so many food videos because, oh my gosh, I feel so proud to be half Polish because the food is absolutely chef's kiss. And then on a snowy Christmas Eve, we were joined in Poland by Dirk and his parents, and our families got to know each other for the first time. I have to admit, I was a bit nervous at first, but honestly, it could not have gone better. Best friend. And I've learned there's no language barrier that vodka cannot overcome. But as of right now, I am not in Poland, I'm not in China, I'm not even in Australia. I'm actually in this guy's hometown. Where are we, Dirk?
We are in Emden, my hometown.
It's a small city by the sea right in the north of Germany, known for its various fish and seafood specialties, which we'll be getting into a little bit later in this video. So we've spent the last few days here celebrating New Year. New Year is crazy here! Oh my god! Everyone just lets off fireworks anywhere! And I thought, while we're here, why not check out a typical kind of local German Chinese restaurant, which is definitely something I've been wanting to see for a while. I'm very curious because I feel like every country has its own Chinese flair. Australian Chinese food, American Chinese food, British Chinese food, all have their own unique specialties. So I guess German will be no exception. So yeah, have you been to this restaurant before that we're going to?
I have been there a couple of times, yeah.
And what would you say? Is it similar to what you eat in China?
No, not at all.
I guess I don't really know what to expect today, so come with me and we're going to experience this day of German Chinese food together. The city isn't too big, so it wasn't long before we reached our destination, New Phoenix Chinese restaurant.
It's also funny because the new is English and the Phoenix is German, so it's like a combination. And you see left and right, this is beer brands, German
Wow.
Beer brands.
Whoa, this is really setting the precedent for today, a real mix. And we have our terracotta warriors in gold by the door.
See, and this is what you get. This is all you can eat and drink.
Sushi?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Wait, chops?
Yeah, I think lamb chops.
Okay. This is something I was not expecting. This is actually an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet, and there were definitely items here that you wouldn't expect. So let's check out this buffet. First stop, we have sushi. But I guess in Europe, a lot of Chinese restaurants are more like Asian fusion, right?
Yeah.
So they'll have a bit of everything. So we have the sushi, we have a little bit
This
of
is salad, the salad bar.
Salad bar. Ooh, we have some cakes over here.
Yes.
Cheesecake, we have some donuts, we have some muffins.
Yeah. So it's more Western style, I guess.
Very Western style. Chocolate fountain in both white chocolate and milk chocolate. And we also have, of course,
Glückskeks.
Fortune cookie.
Can you say it? Glückskeks.
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 Yeah. Fortune cookie.
Oh, in German.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's my fortune for 2024? Sie sind oben auf und können sich ein glückliches Wort leisten.
Perfect.
What does it mean?
I have no idea.
And of course, choppy chop.
Oh, that's the first Chinese thing that I see. Chopsticks.
So moving on, we have a sangria.
We even have a bit of Spain in here.
Sangria station.
Oh, they
Whoa.
have Qingdao. See?
Where?
Qingdao.
Hey, Qingdao beer. Well, we definitely need to get one of these.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to the hot food section. So we have nuggets, we have some samosas. Very interesting. Oh, the fried food continues. We have some calamari rings. Man, wow. I think that even looks like it might be
That's duck.
Duck?
Yeah. That's duck. This sauce is
Yeah.
very popular among Germans because usually when they go to a Chinese restaurant where they don't have buffet but you have like a cart, on top would always be Ente süß-sauer. It's like duck and with sweet and sour sauce. Like this is what Germans know for when it comes to Chinese food.
So you can kind of take some of this sauce and put it with all of this fried food here.
And this is banana, fried banana.
Fried banana, okay. And some honey,
I guess.
just for those who need it. And speaking of sauces, it doesn't stop at honey. We've got mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup.
I guess the only real Chinese thing that we find here is Qingdao.
Probably the most Chinese style food is this section here, with some of your Western Chinese classics. Kung Pao chicken, Mongolian beef, also got some fried noodles and fried rice here too, as well as these yummy looking mushrooms. These potatoes look good too. As for the price, a lunchtime buffet like this will set you back 19.5 euros. That's 152 renminbi for any Chinese friends watching this video.
Kids until 13, it's like 150 per year.
Per year?
Yeah, so if the kid is like, I don't know, 10 years, then 10 times 150.
Oh, okay. So if you come here with a 1-year-old, they have to pay 150 euro.
Yeah.
Turns out that one of the waiters here is originally from Shenyang, which is not far at all from where we live in Changchun.
你这里最地道的中国菜是哪个？对你来说？
真想不起来，就是土豆吧。
So babe,
Yeah.
as a German, you're
Yeah.
going to be our German Chinese food guide.
Yes.
How do you do it here?
So basically, usually we follow this concept of you have your warm dishes first, and then, only then you move to the desserts.
So you're going for some fried rice here.
Fried rice, fried noodles, some
Wow.
chicken. They look good, huh?
They look really good, very juicy, got some sauce there. And to go with our selection of fried food, some sauces. As well as the sweet and sour, we've also got a peanut sauce and this one, which is apparently a spicy sauce. We also saw they had something called Peking Suppe, Beijing soup. So of course we had to try some of that and see what's so Beijing about it. Just sat down. I know that Germans have a specific order, but Chinese people also have a specific order, and it's a soup first. So would you mind if we start off with some of this Beijing soup, Peking
Oh.
soup?
I know how it's gonna be like, so I'm very keen to see your reaction.
It's not so starchy, which I appreciate. I feel like a lot of Chinese style soups in the West are like loaded with starch and super gloppy. It's very interesting because it is very much a mix of like two countries' flavors. It's like a tomato soup
very good.
with a slight like sweet and sour kind of sweetness in there. The taste of Beijing. Now we have a plate of brown starters.
Plate number one.
Plate number one of many. This is an all-you-can-eat, guys. We are getting our money's worth. It's hard to believe that in Changchun, you can get an all-you-can-eat buffet for 13 renminbi per person. That's
Yeah.
like 1.5 euro, and here it's
like 20.
it's a lot more. First up, let's try a fried dumpling. And I guess
think
we
it's
go
a-
with sweet and sour sauce for this.
I will, definitely. I think it's chicken inside.
That's really good.
It's good? Yeah?
I am a foreigner, and I do love my sweet and sour sauce. I feel like it gives a nice, it lifts the flavor of that meat inside. It's really good. Next up, some of those juicy mushrooms. Really intriguing me, they have this whole pile of mushrooms there. They had a really nice flavor, but I think the best thing was just how juicy and fresh they were. As for the fried rice and fried noodles, very decent flavor.
You will always find these in like Chinese restaurants here, next to the fries.
So traditional, just like they did it in ancient China. One thing I do appreciate about this restaurant is the food isn't overly salty, which I feel like is something that often tends to happen in foreign Chinese restaurants. It tastes like foreign Chinese food, but it's a nice tasty balance of ingredients. For our second plate, we hit the fried food bar even harder. The highlight for me was the duck, which we of course dipped into the, you guessed it, sweet and sour sauce. It was very tasty. Now time to sample some of the options at the stir fry bar. So Dirk has got us a selection of stir fry dishes.
Yes. So this one is chicken with this gong bao sauce.
Oh, Kung Pao chicken.
Kong bao, yeah, chicken, Kong bao chicken. This is pork with some beans.
Yep.
Pork.
Your favorite beans?
Yeah, and this is beef.
It looks like a bit like Mongolian beef.
Yeah, beef with some onions.
Yep.
And these are prawns.
And of course I got some rice. They have the rice. Right next to the garlic bread, in case you were interested. Let's go in first with a piece of this Kung Pao chicken. I mean, it tastes good. It tastes like Western Chinese food. It kind of reminds me of the Chinese food I grew up with. It's definitely not Kung Pao chicken, but I mean, in foreign countries, I don't think Kung Pao chicken is ever really Kung Pao chicken. It's just chicken in some style.
Growing up, I thought this is Chinese food. But once I came to, like the first time, 2018, I came to China, I was like, What have I been eating? So different, so different.
For me, this is definitely on the top of my nostalgic Chinese food list. It's Mongolian beef with a lot of onion in there. And in Australia, they serve this to your table like sizzling on a plate.
Yeah.
We would always get it growing up.
Good. I like the sauces here. They're very good, huh?
I mean, if you're looking for an authentic Chinese meal, this is probably not the restaurant for you, but I have to say, I can't fault the taste of the food. While it is, yes, adapted to foreign taste buds, the ingredients were really fresh and the food was yummy. That was an experience I will never forget.
Did I promise too much?
you did not underdeliver, that's for sure.
It's unique, right? It's very unique.
So unique. I mean, that was so cool and a very tasty meal. You also had, you know, all you can drink, a lot of drinks there. You had a drinks fountain with some Fanta and some Sprite and everything.
Everything you need, really.
Everything you could possibly need, and rounded off nicely with all the desserts you can think of. Ice cream, fruit, baked goods, donuts.
Yes.
Wow.
I got one more stop for you.
Ooh.
You see the wagon?
Yeah.
The blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically what they do is they sell some fish related stuff, also some specialties, which I'm going to show you. And it's very, very good. But I also have to say that in the past years, they have become very expensive. Even here, like we're right next to the ocean, or to the sea. Fish is, I guess, right in front of us, but it's still very expensive. So these are
gosh, they're so small.
These are the little shrimps. These are already peeled.
Whoa.
But when I was younger, my father would get a big bag, and then it's cheaper if you get them unpeeled. So what you have to do is you have to, like when you get a kilogram, and you can imagine like they're very small, so it's going to be a big bag. So you need to peel them yourself, and it takes hours.
Well, no wonder it's expensive. I mean, that's a lot of hours.
It's crazy. Like, look, this is €6.50. This one, €6.50. Like, it's a lot. Be careful to not lose any of this shrimp.
Oh, that's so good with the garlic sauce.
Very nice.
Oh, so good. Seafoody, creamy, garlicky. The bread is, of course, amazing. I mean, we're in Germany. The bread is, you cannot floor it. I also wanted to try this one. It's filled with onion and something called macias, which is basically pickled herring. You also find pickled herring in Poland that tastes very similar, but there it's called śledź, and it's my absolute favorite thing. I love it.
Good, huh?
It's the taste of Christmas to me. My grandma would always make something called śledź, which is the Polish version of this macias. It's pickled herring, and she would make it with onion, and it's really salty, and yeah, you put it with some bread and it's just like absolute perfection. And that's exactly what this is, just on a bread roll. So good. Well, that officially brings us to the end of this year's first Chinese food adventure. And as far as food adventures goes, this one was very, very adventurous. And to be frank, not too Chinese either. Very unique Chinese food, German Chinese food, I have to say. But yeah, go and give it a go. If you're in Germany yourself, try some.
Check it out.
Let me know what you think. Can recommend. Yep. Very interesting experience. But yeah, we are slowly but surely going to be making our way back to China now. It's been an awesome vacation here in Europe, but we are going to do one more last stop. Tomorrow we're actually flying to Istanbul.
Correct.
And it will be a very interesting adventure, especially with this guy. Yeah. But I won't disclose any more details. You'll have to check in next week.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll make a little video from there, and then we are back in China. So yeah, thanks guys for watching this video. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.